Let's take a look at area and perimeter of composite shapes. So that just means shapes composed of multiple shapes or multiple shapes put together. So we're going to have a few formulas here again that you should be familiar with, but your circle, rectangles and triangles and the area and perimeter of those. So for the circle, the area is pi r squared, and r being the radius or halfway across the circle. Perimeter is 2 pi r, so 2 times the radius and times pi. You may also see it as pi d, d being the diameter, which is all the way across, or twice the radius, thus the 2r. Area of a rectangle, length times width. Perimeter is twice the length plus the width, because there's 2 lengths and 2 widths when you go all the way around. With a triangle, the area is 1/2 the base times the height, so you may have a height marked independently like that, or you may have a right angle triangle where you already have the height illustrated as one of the sides. And so that's 1/2 base times height, perimeter being just the sum of all 3 sides. So in a case like this, you would actually have to use Pythagorean theorem first to find that hypotenuse, and then you could add up all 3 sides. Now for a couple of examples. Here in our first one, we have a rectangle and a semicircle, so we can calculate our area and perimeter for that. Our area is equal to the area of the, I'm going to do the area of the rectangle first, so I'm going to do a little area, and I'm going to just put that sub-rectangle there just to differentiate it. So area is length times width, and our length is 5 and our width is 4, so 5 times 4, and that would be 20 feet squared. And then our area of the semicircle is 1/2 the area of a circle, so 1/2 pi times 2, the radius is going to be 2 squared. And so we have 1/2 times pi times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, and half of 4 is going to be 2, so we have 2 times pi, or 6.24. And so our total area, our area total is 20, that's feet squared, sorry, 20 plus 6.24, which equals 26.24 feet squared. So there's our area of this shape here. Now for the perimeter, it's equal to, not the whole rectangle, because we don't have this portion of the rectangle to add in, so we can't use just our regular 2LW. So we're going to have to just add up these two. This is going to be a 5, so we have 5 plus 5 plus 4, and then we need the perimeter of half the circle. Well, the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, so we're going to add on 1/2 times 2 times pi times that radius, which is 2 again. I'm just going to put brackets around that to clean that up. So 1/2 of 2 is 1, and then we have 2 times pi. And so 2 times pi is going to give us 6.24. So we have 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 6.24. The perimeter is going to be 20.24 feet. And so you don't have to put the feet notation throughout, but you should be putting it at the end, remembering that perimeter is just the measure of the straight out feet, where area is a measure of how many squares of feet would fit inside there, and in this case 26.24. Now for our next shape, it's actually, there's multiple ways of doing it. You can look at this as a pair of boxes, or you could look at this as a big box with one cutout. Both ways could be calculated. So I'm going to use the big box with one cutout. So looking at this, these ticks here mean all these sides are the same. Since these two sides, but we don't have any measurements, but since these two sides are the same, and this is a right angle box, and that what we have is that this is going to be a square with a square cut out. These are all the same, so this here is the same as right here. So from here to here is the same as this. So this whole thing is 6, so one of these little tickies would be 3. So 3, 3, 3, 3, and that would be 6. So now we can find the area of this. I'm going to do the area of the box, the whole box, and it's going to be length times width, which is going to be 6 times 6, or 36. And I guess we put some meters in there for a unit, meter squared. And then the area of the cutout, so I'm just going to do a dash box there. The area of the cutout, it gives again length times width, but it's 3 times 3, or 9. And then our total area is just 36 minus 9, or running out of space here, but 36 minus 9 equals 25 meters squared for our total area. And then perimeter, we're just going to add up all the sides. We have 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So we add all that up. So we have 6, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24 meters. And there's our perimeter of this shape.